Hello world, it's me again. It's been a while since I had posted an update video. A whole plethora of things had happened between my last video and I guess now. But the TLDR version is A, I lost my phone, and B, my sister came home. So now I have a new phone, which hopefully has better quality, and I could probably give more consistent updates on this journey. So as of today, which is March 20th, we are on day 22. So I guess just to catch everyone up on what I have done between the last video and now is, whoops, these are some of my older drawings. So I think, let me backtrack a bit, but I started doing more coloring. So I began coloring or practicing coloring the car on day 7, and pretty much the medium that I used was alcohol markers and pencil crayons. So I just tried to I guess get an understanding of the color of the car. But I think I mentioned last time that pencil crayon is a bit hard to mix the accurate color, though I do like the effect that it gives. Then some practice on drawing the wheel, and then another, I guess, bigger version of the car but colored. And this was done with pencil crayon, and this was day 10. I do use alcohol markers as the base, but I go over it with pencil crayon, hence why you can see a lot of the pencil markings, and it's not a very smooth gradient. Another practice drawing of the back. There are some days I actually missed and I combined like day 12 and day 13. So for day 12, I did the red base drawing, and then day 13 was pencil, and then I did another color drawing. This is day 14, so the halfway-ish mark of the challenge. This wasn't the best drawing, like structurally. It was very compact and square, but I did really like how the coloring looked. It looked a lot smoother. If I went back to this one, you can see the pencil marking. It was a lot more evident, but I also used pencil crayon for this one, and it looks a lot smoother. I liked how this one looked color-wise, but shape-wise, I had a lot of, I guess, critiques. Day 16 was frustrating for me. As you can see, I did a lot of scribbles, but I left a little note here about how I felt. Here I wrote, "An unfortunate case of frustration. Feels like all the practice I'd done was futile. Making the same mistakes, or things are just not looking right and not being able to figure out why. This journey requires an immense amount of patience and attention to detail." I wanted to leave that note there just to remember how I felt on that particular day. I guess it's not always smooth sailing, and I think I think the mindset, I was frustrated that, oh wow, I've done so many days of practice, but it's still, why am I still making the same mistakes over and over again? And I felt really sad and angry, but I just need to, ground myself and remember that it's a process. Like, Rome wasn't built in a day. But I just wanted to remember that. March 14th, day 17. This was just learning how to use boxes and lines. So sorry if you hear my neighbor's dog barking, but basically with Using boxes and lines helped me to understand where each part of the car is supposed to go, and using a box helped me to keep the length of the car, I guess stable, not stable, what's the word? I guess to make it, I don't know, I'm brain farting. I had a long day at work, but using lines to know where, like, for example, where the hood is supposed to be, or where the spoiler is supposed to end, and just sizing. Sorry, I'm having massive brain fart. Yeah, so I've been after day 17, I've pretty much been using a lot of boxes and lines. Ugh, I can't flip the page. I have really dry hands, but I think I did one for the front using the same method, using grid lines and boxes. It's still not perfect, but I found it easy to use guidelines. So that was I think I made a typo here. So this is day 17. This should be day 18 and 19. So March 16, 4 days ago from today. So the next part is actually doing it on a canvas. I thought, I'm close to the end of the challenge now, and I marked down day 19, so it should be day 20, day 21. Yesterday was day 22, today's day 23 then. But I essentially repurposed an old canvas of mine, and I decided to use paint. My preferred medium for most of my art projects is acrylic paints. I just find it easier to mix colors and also offers a better gradient. This is obviously not finished yet, but I did foresee that this last piece will be a big undertaking. So I worked on this for, I guess, 3 days now. Today will be my 4th day. But I did record some time-lapse videos, but essentially I did the same grid method, and I drew a box and then I drew the lines. And this is what it looks like now. It was very frustrating, especially yesterday for me, to the point where I wanted to start over, but the shape doesn't look right, even though I already seemingly put a lot of effort into this one. It looks a bit short and compact, but I am going to make some adjustments as I had made these sticky notes. But basically, as you can see, the wheel is slanted too. Like, I swear the hardest part for me to draw is the frickin' wheel because of the perspective, and the details of the spokes or whatnot is also very annoying. But yesterday I felt very frustrated with myself because, again, the shape just doesn't look right, and I'm going to make a bunch of adjustments today. But the overall painting process I enjoyed a lot. If I put this a little bit further, it actually starts to look really, like, it looks like an actual car that has like shine and has like you can kind of imagine it is metal. So what my mom had taught me to do is like basically squint your eye and put it very far from you, and it should have a semblance to what the actual car should look like. So the only reason why I realized the shape was a bit wonky was because I basically put it on the ground and I looked at it from afar, and I realized, like, structurally there were some inaccuracies. But I think another issue is because the POV of how I'm drawing it is like this. Like, imagine this is the angle that you're looking at while you're painting it. And obviously this is a very distorted view of the painting. I wouldn't be able to see those inaccuracies unless I shift it or try to look at it from an upright position. So maybe this one will be another practice piece and I will do a better one, but perhaps I should draw it like this instead of being flat on the table. Because if I look at it flat, it looks almost fine. But when you bring it upright, you'll realize that the tire is slanted. So that's just, and it's especially evident when it comes to something as technical as drawing a car. There's less leniency on mistakes or slants or anything because the lines are very not inorganic. Wait, not organic. Yes, not organic. It's very dependent on straight lines and geometrical shapes and perspective, and when something is awry, it will be emphasized. Unlike something that is rounded, there's more leniency when you're drawing something that is more organic. So yeah, this project has been both a little bit frustrating, but also at the same time very therapeutic. I'm also learning a lot on how to look at things, stop looking at things from one perspective, or how to manipulate shapes and things like that and use them as a guide. But anyways, yes, that is all for today. Sorry if I have been stuttering. It has been a long week. But hope everyone has a great day and see you for the next video. Peace.